Hello everyone, it is finally time for the update on the Inner Peace Challenge. I said I would take a week to redesign the challenge and the booklet. It took me more than that, but I think it's a good thing. I like the booklet a lot more and I think the whole challenge is a lot more useful now. After giving it more thoughts, I realized that the problem was not in the execution, it really was on how I had designed the challenge. I thought of it as though a robot was going to do this. 1 week, 6 activities, the second week, 12 activities. It just doesn't work. Even though my focus was to do something that would be practical in real life, I was miles off, because simply I am not some kind of wellness robot, and I assume you are not either. So instead of having the challenge with a very strict 4-week progression, you get 6 chapters that actually explain what the practices are all about, what they might be good for, how they might be implemented, what different versions of it you might prefer. The meditation chapter, for example, has 8 different variables, from walking meditation, mindful eating, mindfulness, breathing exercises. So instead of telling you meditate for X minutes or X numbers of days, you can pick the form of meditation that appeals to you and that works for you. I did the same thing with the evening chapters, an evening routine, creative activities, journaling, all of that. Now each daily page has been simplified. You still log your mood, your stress level, your blood pressure if you measure that, how well you slept, and then you simply choose 1 or more activities that you want to include in your day. Ideally, you decide there and then when and where you want to do this activity. The flexibility means that you can adapt to your daily life, the social support and connections you have. You can group activities together naturally if they fit nicely, or you may decide to do them always the same time of the day. Now, I know that the complete flexibility is really a 180, and that might be a little overwhelming, but after testing this new format for a week, it works a lot better for me. And I've noticed a strange thing. I yearn for a routine, a morning routine, an evening routine, a daily routine. But at the same time, every time I successfully implemented a new habit or a new routine, after a couple of months, I get bored with it and I go back and redesign a new routine. So I really think that this flexibility is important, at least to me, and it might work for you as well. I also know that reading the 6 chapters, I call them chapters, they're just a few pages each, but that's a lot of reading compared to the previous booklet. Before even getting started, I don't think it's a huge lot, and I really encourage you as you read to highlight the activities or the practices that you go, yeah, I could see myself doing that. And then when it's time to choose what you want to do that day, you already have your pre-selection of activities. Or you can go for the discovery and say, well, I've never done that, or I didn't know about that. Let's see how it works. As I mentioned before, I have been using this for about a week. It's only a week. It's not a huge amount of testing, but I didn't want to wait too long before I get back to you. For me, it really works in the morning as I'm already reviewing my planner, seeing what I have planned for the day, to choose a time for my inner peace practice. The new booklet will be uploaded on Patreon together with the older one, in case people are curious about the older one as well. I want to make sure that it works nicely, so I'm going to give myself another week before I upload the new version. And I really hope that the new chapters before the daily log will give some ideas, maybe even some guidance to help other people find the practices that resonate with them. If you've been following this chaotic journey, which is a bit ironic because it's Inner Peace Challenge, thank you so much for tagging along and for sticking with it. I guess sometimes the most useful things that comes out of a challenge isn't completely, perfectly finishing the challenge, but it's learning enough from the failures to build something better.